Hey guys, I'm back with my fiance John today,
Hello.
and we're going to be doing the fiance tag. Although the questions are from a boyfriend tag, but that's what I could find for this kind of video. So,
Right.
question one is, where did we meet?
It was IMVU, the online chat site where you could create your own little avatar thing, and
Yeah,
yeah.
but in real life, where did we actually meet?
Oh, we met at a Dairy Queen for the first time.
Yep.
So
Okay. Question two, where was our first date?
that is a good question.
I think technically the first date was prom, wasn't it? Technically.
I believe so. Yeah. I would say it would either count as prom or when we went to, I think it was Applebee's at one time
For graduation.
for graduation. Yeah.
One of those two.
One of those two. Yeah.
Yeah. Question three, what was your first impression of me?
Well, first of all, I thought how adorable you were, because you've got that really cute face and really sweet look. And then when I started hearing your voice, I thought how amazing you sounded. And so I was really happy that I was able to get someone like you.
Question four, when did you meet my family?
Probably the same day that I first met you in person.
Yeah, because you met my mom and brother that day.
Right.
But then at prom, you met my grandparents.
Right.
Okay. Number five, this is an interesting one. Weird habit of each other.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Like, I guess a weird habit of yours, and you guess a weird habit of mine.
You go first, because I really can't think of anything that I would consider weird.
Well, I can't really think of anything weird either, but I mean, I know you have a couple of nervous habits, but they're not technically weird.
Well, I think, I don't know, because a weird habit that I know that I have is I tend to chew on things without realizing.
Yeah, you do tend to chew your lip a lot sometimes.
Yeah.
Not realizing, but
Yeah, well, it's a weird habit.
I consider that more of a nervous habit than a weird habit, though. It's
Well,
in certain situations.
I guess you could. I guess a habit that I would say that you would have is, I honestly can't think of anything.
The only weird one of mine, I would think, is I have to sleep with a fan on, even though there is a window unit right there in my window.
Well, I wouldn't consider that weird, because even in the winter I sleep with my AC unit on, even if it still goes at 60. So
Yeah, we're both hot natured.
yeah.
Okay. Number six, how long have we been together?
6 years today, or
6 years, Monday.
Oh, 6 years Monday, right? She's better with dates than I am, like severely.
But you were close.
Well,
so.
yeah.
Number seven, do we have any traditions? I don't know.
Well, I don't think you realize it, but usually right before you go to bed, we have that little tradition where we send.
Oh yeah, we have that one. Yeah.
We send a little specific set of words just to help remind each other how much we mean to one another.
Yeah.
So
that's one.
There's that.
Number eight, an animal that resembles one another.
That's
an interesting one.
I'd say,
It's kind of hard.
I want to say one that would probably resemble you would probably be like a female Bengal tiger, I believe it is. The one that it's incredible. It's very docile and friendly from a distance, but if you do anything that gets anywhere near someone that they care about, then they will be.
That sounds about right.
Right on top of you.
I would say you're like a bear. For the same reasons. For the same reasons as you listed for me.
Right.
Number 9, what was our first road trip?
The trip to Jekyll Island.
Yeah, because that was about 3-4 hours away. So,
right.
Which Mama's legs got severely irritated. She was like, "Let me get out."
Oh, believe me, I was just kind of sitting there. My leg was twitching. I was just like, ah.
Number 10, first thing you noticed about me.
Your blue eyes. God, I can't believe I started on that.
It's okay, I stutter too.
uh,
Number 11, what pisses you off / what pisses me off? So another answer for each other kind of deal.
I'd say for you, really anything that involves someone questioning your line of thinking.
I can kind of see that. It depends on the line of thinking.
Right. Like I mean, like a serious line of thinking. Like
right.
if someone really disagrees on like a major subject for you, you get pretty angry.
And you get angry whenever, like in the case of the week that I was there with you, someone backing out of something they promised to do.
Well, yeah. It's not necessarily as much that as it is when I feel like I've had my time wasted. Having that I could have spent planning on something else.
Right.
So, and a lot of times that is still kind of my fault for not having a backup set up properly.
Well, to be fair, you were depending on somebody else.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Question 13. 3 things I'm good at and 3 things I'm not good at. Let's do the good at first.
3 things you're good at is putting up with me in my gaming habits.
Well, I have a gaming brother, so that helps.
Oh, I know. Probably putting up with me getting into one of my rage-induced rants when someone's done something that I think is stupid or irresponsible.
Yeah, I'm used to things like that again, so it doesn't bother me.
And the third one, I'm trying to think because there's a lot of them. It's hard to narrow down the proper ones. It really is. Probably how you don't really think less of me when I start acting out when I'm, get really, really unhappy.
Goof.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the 3 things I'm not good at.
I honestly don't know. I don't pay attention to stuff like that. I really don't. Like, I genuinely more of try to, and this goes the same for pretty much anybody I talk to or meet. I try to maintain focus on the things that they're good at and the things that are their positive attributes rather than the negative attributes.
Yeah, you don't focus on negative too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is why probably a lot of my friends think that I'm the most chilled out guy they've ever met, which I don't understand because if they see me when I get unhappy, that's the opposite.
I can't really think of 3 things I'm not good at either off the top of my head.
This entire video is just me like looking at you and looking at the questions. I'm not even looking at the camera like I should be.
That's fine.
I know.
Number 14. What do we argue about the most? Let's change argue about the most to what's one thing that we argue about the most. Name one person. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
We argue about my dad the most. And I say this because my dad was not the best dad in my childhood, and he knows that. So now that my dad and I are trying to reconnect, he's like, yeah, I don't get it. You're more forgiving than I am.
Yeah, I am. I can hold grudges for an exceedingly long period of time without even. I mean, it's really not necessary that I do it, but I still do it anyway, and I can't help it.
Habit?
Yeah.
Okay. Question 15. Do I have PMS?
I don't think you do. I've never really.
It varies on the shot dose.
Well, yeah, because you do that special BC shot that keeps you from
having a
yeah,
regular cycle, just put it that way.
And so you do get those moments where you get kind of angry, but the only time I've ever seen you actually do that was when I tried to introduce you to some of my friends during the Christmas break, and it was during a time when you were unhappy.
Don't remind me about that.
But I mean, it's all right. I kind of deserved it because I didn't notice the signs when I should have, so that was my fault.
Okay.
She just got a little grumpy.
Question 16. Who wears the pants in the relationship? I'd say that's kind of 50-50.
Yeah, we kind of share that responsibility because we both know that that's more of a shared responsibility that needs to be done.
Yeah.
It definitely helps even things out, and especially I'm incredibly indecisive. Like if you like say we're going down the road and you ask me where I want to go, you stop to eat and there's like 30 different places, I will completely deflect the question and try to have someone else do it for me. Like I am obscenely indecisive.
Question 17. Do I have any weird obsessions?
Mm,
I don't know if
it,
they
it
would
can,
classify as weird.
yeah, I'd say the only ones that I could think of were the ones that you went through in phases, like when you really liked the Twilight stuff,
Yeah.
and
That was a phase.
yeah,
I'm not as big into Twilight as I
yeah,
was.
and right now I wouldn't consider it a phase because it's lasted a lot longer than the Twilight thing, but it would be your Hello Kitty collection and things like that.
Yeah, that's
And
not really a weird one.
yeah, well, I know. You,
Yeah,
you
no.
said I mean I'm just kind of knocking weird off the question because I really can't consider anything weird. I have tons of obsessions that I don't even consider weird, even though other people would.
Yeah.
So, and I know that she's gotten into My Little Pony very recently,
Yep.
and so
Speaking of which, I need to give you your vinyl scratch that's up there.
yeah, because I like vinyl scratching. Any guys who watch this video and think that that's weird that a guy likes MLP, just understand that.
It's also part of the gaming community as a whole. For some people, to like My Little Pony is common in the gaming community.
Oh well, yeah, because I mean, Team Fortress 2 has like brony servers and things like that.
There you go.
I don't consider myself a brony. I like the animation style. I like the color palettes that they use. I just love a lot of the storytelling in it because I'm a writer,
Right.
so I really do like the storytelling. So any of you guys who like, any of you guys who are watching this who like MLP but are afraid to admit it, don't.
Exactly. I mean,
It's just a show. It's a show that really can't even be considered to be only for kids.
yeah, especially at this point because there's a
Yeah.
lot of references that gamers get and things like that.
Oh yeah,
now,
well
so.
that and there's a lot of parts of it that are actually a lot more violent than what you would think that a kids show would have.
Exactly.
So just a little message to everyone who might be in that same boat. Don't be afraid to admit what you like because you might find out that some of your friends actually like the same thing.
Yeah.
Despite some of them trying to trash talk to try and make themselves look like they don't.
Yeah. Okay. Question 18. Nicknames for each other. Well, I call him Wolfie.
And I call her Kitten.
So.
Probably some of the more generic nicknames.
Yeah. Well, I think you started calling me that after you found out I could purr like a cat.
Well, no, I think I called you that before just because I thought you were as adorable as a kitten.
But then it doubled the meaning
Yeah,
because he
yeah.
found out I could actually do purr like a cat sometimes.
Yeah.
Number 19. What is my favorite restaurant?
I don't know. Because we go to a lot of them.
Well,
I
what's the one that we go to the most frequent, though?
Well, probably Ruby Tuesdays, but I would guess Red Lobster since I know you said you really like going there too.
It's a tie between those two.
Yeah.
And since there's a chance that Red Lobster might be built here, that would be nice.
Oh yeah. I could take you to both the places that you really like.
Consider there's a Ruby Tuesdays here in town too.
Yep.
Yeah. Question 20. If I'm watching TV, what am I watching?
For you, I've noticed that you watch a lot of the reality shows. A lot of it, like What Not to Wear or
That's one.
Ridiculousness.
You watch that one too, though. It's pretty funny.
Well, I only watch it when I'm here.
Yeah, but it's still funny though because you laugh.
I don't watch really any TV anymore. It's
Not
usually,
often.
Well, no, the only time I have it actually turned to cable is when I'm asleep. Because I like having background,
right,
little
like
background
I do.
noise. Yeah, well, for me it just became a habit when I was younger.
Yeah.
And then I'd say recently you've gotten into Family Feud, I think it was.
Yes, Family Feud.
And then a lot of the stuff on Food Network.
Yep.
Or MLP if it's on.
Yeah, because there is actually a channel on cable that will play it.
Yeah.
Question 21. What is one food I do not like?
Shrimp? And strawberries?
Strawberries.
Yes.
I like shrimp.
Oh, okay, good.
22. What drink do I order when we go out to eat?
Coke Zero.
If they have it.
Yeah, and if they don't, usually Fanta Zero, or if they don't have that, Diet Coke.
There you go. Said this one in the car. Question 23. What size of shoe do I wear?
I think you said 7?
Yes.
Okay.
In tennis shoes and flip flops, I can do a 6.5.
Okay.
Question 24. My favorite kind of sandwich.
Chicken?
Yep.
Okay.
Keep in mind we did not look at these questions beforehand, so that's why he's like answering it in a question.
Well, yeah. Well, it's also because I have a very poor memory. Like, I remember a lot of the important things, like her birthday and stuff like that, but other stuff, it's very hard for me to remember. I mean, I forget my own birthday some years. That gives you any hint.
Question 25. What is one talent I have?
Definitely singing, and then another one would be dancing. And if I'm just giving the top three ones that I know of. You're really good at math. Whereas I am completely garbage at math.
Yeah, I was the kid in school that liked math but couldn't write an essay to save their life. And
Yeah.
you're the opposite.
Yeah, I can definitely write a well worded essay, but if you put a math problem in front of me, I'm going to burn it at the cross and consider it evil.
26. What could I eat every day if I could?
I don't know.
What's one thing that I've had a lot of?
Well, I know that you have a lot of like chicken fingers and stuff like that because they're easy to make and they're easy on your blood sugar.
Right, but then there was something else that I had a lot of when I was there with you.
Oh, turkey burgers?
That's one.
Fries?
What would you make me for breakfast sometimes if I was feeling nauseous?
Grits?
Not that one.
You're gonna have to help me out, babe.
Chips and cheese.
Oh, chips and cheese.
Right. I will do like a plate of chips and put a couple of cheese slices on top to make nachos kind of thing. So.
Yeah, except it's not like nacho chips. It's like potato chips and things like that.
Right.
Which I admit is actually a really, really good idea. I did not think of it until she showed it to me, and I'm just like, oh, I need to start doing that.
Have you?
I do it occasionally for a snack because I know that if I do it every day, I'm gonna be like, not happy to see cheese.
Right. Question 27. My favorite cereal.
I don't know. Do you have one?
I have one.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
I can't do that one. That
Fruit Loops?
Multigrain Cheerios.
Oh.
No, it's not as bad on my sugar. 28. My favorite kind of music.
I don't know. That kind of changes. Because
It does vary here and there.
yeah, because I know.
What would you guess for right now?
Probably pop.
Mostly.
Yeah, because I know that before when we first started dating, you like some of like the heavier music, like heavy rock and some metal stuff.
Not a lot though.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about like that heavy metal where you can't understand a single thing.
Yeah,
they're
we're
saying.
not talking screamo.
Yeah, like we're talking like some of the parts of Disturbed albums and stuff like that. And then I know that after that you stopped liking that and actually started getting into country.
A little bit.
Which I didn't.
I wasn't. After that, there's only a couple of songs by country artists that I like now, but
yeah, and now she's gotten really into pop music. Although she has kind of been into pop music the whole time in the medley of that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then there was a phase when I went to listen to the Japanese stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, I think you still do that though.
I do it on occasion, but not nearly as much as I did back in the day.
Oh, okay.
That was in the mixed into metal phase.
Right.
It was rock and metal and then Japanese music. It was weird.
Yeah.
Weird combo.
Eh.
This one doesn't really apply to me, so I'm going to skip it. It was, what's my favorite sports team? I'm not a sports chick.
Neither. I'm not a sports guy.
Question 30. What is my eye color?
Blue. Yeah, I said it at the beginning.
Yeah. Question 31. Who is my best friend? Female friend.
Robin.
Yeah. I say female friend because he's my best male friend.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, because you don't run into a lot of male guys that you... Well, except for that one guy that works at Route 21. I thought you were friends with him.
Kind of.
Oh, okay.
Question 32. What is something that you do that I wish you didn't do?
Get upset when you go visit your father.
That's one. There's only one other one that I can think of.
Play video games too much?
No.
Oh.
That doesn't bother me.
Get angry a lot?
That doesn't bother me.
I have no idea.
Take long when responding to texts.
Oh, sorry.
It depends if you're playing a game or not, though.
Well, yeah, because sometimes I'll be playing a game and I won't
You
realize
won't.
it's going off because I usually have it sitting in my lap.
Yeah.
And other
also,
times,
you wear a headset, so you don't hear it go off.
yeah, and then other times I just won't hear it go off. Period, because the vibration phone on iPhones is kind of
Glitchy.
well, no, it's garbage. Like you can only really hear it really well if it goes off like on a hard surface.
Right. And I know you had mine set to that Zelda theme for a while.
Well, it still is, but that's actually just a general text tone.
Ah, excuse me. Question 33. Where am I from?
You are from Georgia and Milledgeville.
Okay. And question 34 is, what kind of cake would you bake me on my birthday?
I guess vanilla, because you've never really expressed.
Vanilla cake itself, yes. But
Yeah.
I like chocolate frosting on it, so.
Yeah.
But the cake was right, so. I know you know the answer to this one. Question 35. Do I play any sports?
Nope.
And the last one, question 36, is what can I spend hours doing?
Playing Sonic Unleashed. I keep trying to remember which one it is because you
Sonic
play a bunch
Unleashed.
of you play a bunch of Sonic games.
I'm a Sonic chick.
Or listening to music.
There's one more.
Or watching those makeup videos and stuff and like the vlog things that are exceedingly funny when they bring in their pets.
And that was the last one.
Okay, is there any questions for me or whatever? Or?
That was all the questions I had to ask you. But did you have one to ask me, or?
No, I didn't know if there was anything that you needed, or if there was any part of it that involved you asking me stuff. So I didn't know. I never know.
Okay, and we're also long distance. We're 2.5 hours away. Did you want to do the advice on that right quick?
Yeah, I will say, even though our relationship isn't as long distance as a lot of other people's, like some people have
There's states
relationships
across.
or countries across.
Exactly.
The biggest piece of advice I can give anyone who's in a long distance relationship is be patient.
Absolutely.
Be as patient as you can be. I know that there's some people that have a lot harder time being patient than others. But just you gotta understand that some things can come up and you just can't help it. Um, and especially
It's like you live in different time zones. Like one is morning, where the other one is night for the other person.
Yeah, and also uh, make sure you communicate as best you can when things are happening, like when stuff's coming up. Like say, one of the places that I've applied to recently hired me. Then I need to make sure that she knows my schedule, so that way we can talk when I'm available.
Yeah.
And when I'm not, she doesn't,
wig out
and get concerned, something's happened.
Yeah.
Another piece of advice I can give would be, just because you're away from each other for long time spans, don't instantly get afraid that they're gonna, be unfaithful or anything like that. Because if both of you really care about each other, you need to have that kind of trust.
Exactly.
Like you need to be able to trust in each other that you're not gonna go off with some other person.
Yeah.
I completely trust her with pretty much everything because I know that she's smart enough to not go do anything like that because we both got something that we really, really like. Really, really enjoy being together.
Yep.
We love each other very much. And neither of us would do anything to ruin it. And so you've got to make sure that you stay out of trouble. You don't do anything that could endanger the trust that you have for one another. Stay on the straight and true path.
Yep. And also, I have one that I just thought of, and that is keep in mind that when you do communicate, like you were talking about, some other things can come in the way of that. Make sure you have someone that is like a friend of someone or a relative that other person can text to let them know if something goes on. Like you were texting my mom a lot in 2013.
Right. Back when she was having
Shunt issues.
emergency surgery for her shunt. And she couldn't talk to me because she was
either under surgery or napping
Yeah.
because of the anesthesia grogginess
Right.
or what. So he had my mom to text for updates.
Right.
So I would advise that too. That way, if you can't get a hold of your significant other, make it a relative, friend, somebody. So that way you have another line to talk to in case things, like in my situation, you can't. Okay.
Anything else?
I think that's about it.
Okay. All right. Well, think we should end this one off.
I don't know if you want to do the thing for your grandmother.
We'll do that in a separate video just to make it easier.
Okay.
Because this one's already gotten kind of long.
Yeah, it has. Okay, guys. Yeah, this is the end of the tag and also the end of the advice. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you, John, for being on the video.
Of course, sweetheart.
And I'll see you guys in another video in another time. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.